It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello and welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Daily Southtown, and welcome aboard to season number 13 of the Coach's Corner Show. We are at home at Flossmoor High School, home of the Class 8A runner-up Vikings. Coach Coach Bazia, for the second consecutive season, will be our guest to kick off the season. Vikings had a great season last year, 11-3 overall, 6-1 in conference. The Buzzman has done an excellent job with this program. His sixth season, he's 45-15 first 5 seasons. And they got it going on here again, folks. Obviously, with the preseason #1 ranking, that's a testament to their skill level, dedication, and experience. So a lot of good things expected here from the Vikings in 2015. We're also going to have on quarterback Bryce Gray, a 2-sport star, also a catcher on a baseball team. Kid had a great season with the football team last year, and he's got a decision to make. Doesn't know if he's going to play baseball or football in college, but he's got options, and it's always good to have options. Plus, he's a top academic kid as well. So we're going to talk to Bryce in our second segment. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. Remember, Tuesdays at Beggar's, 2-for-1 passes. You pick up a lasagna dinner, get a little ravioli for free. So you can't beat that deal at all participating Beggar's Pizza locations. All right, we come back. Coach Bazia, Homewood Flossmoor football coach, will be our guest. Stay tuned.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a pepperoni sausage, green peppers and onions. Don't forget the extra cheese, large pizza. Oh, by the way, I also make house calls. Beggar's Pizza, we lay it on thick.
At Standard Bank, we help our neighbors make tomorrow brighter. Families count on us for personal service and banking convenience. Business owners find smart solutions and the resources to capitalize on new opportunities. It's one thing to locate in a community, quite another to invest in it. That's what we do at Standard Bank. We're people you know, services that make your life easier, and financial strength you can count on. We're Standard Bank, in your neighborhood.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Our guest for the second consecutive season, because we have on the preseason #1 to open up the season, Homewood Flossmoor coach Coach Bazia, the Buzzman. Thanks for coming on board.
Pat, glad to be here.
What an honor. 2 consecutive years.
That's what you tell me.
The Vikings are at Downers Grove South Friday night, 7 o'clock. You're pretty much the consensus preseason #1 in every publication. 2-part question here for you, Buzz. Do you enjoy this type of recognition? And how do you keep these impressionable teenagers' heads from swelling up?
Well, I'd be lying if I said I enjoyed it. It's something that comes with the territory. I mean, if you want to get the program where you want it to be, you got to embrace this, and we will do that. We won't run away from it. But on the other hand, you're talking about 16, 17, 18-year-old young men that sometimes need to be stay grounded. So how I keep them grounded, I don't have that answer yet. We're trying to, and we're going to see where we're at. But we got to depend on our senior leadership, which I think is pretty good, and hopefully they'll take it from there.
Yep. So HF fans, come out, check out the Vikings. What can they expect from this team?
Well, I hope a lot like last year. You know, I mean, that's sort of where we're shooting for, and you know, we're not close to being the team that we were at the end of last year. We're not even minutely close to it, but we want to try to get there, and we got a lot of holes to fill, and we got some kids that have a lot of experience. We hope they pull the younger kids along, but you know, we hope an exciting brand of football. We think defensively that you know, by bringing over Coach Wells from Maryville will be a little bit different as well. So we're really excited to see what type of product he can put on the field as well. So hopefully a little bit of the same and a couple of differences along the way as well.
Yeah, because we know you have a couple of tricks up the sleeve.
Well, you know, at some point, when you've been on it as long as I have, I mean, those tricks are almost used up. So
harder to come by.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, what would you say? And not necessarily from a performance standpoint, but what's the biggest difference from last year's team to this year's team? Beyond the fact that you don't have James Sheehan on the team anymore, what is the biggest difference here?
Right, yeah, you know, James is in
Big Game James.
Yeah, Big Game James, and he is a kid that you know, we depended on very highly, and it's one of those big. You know, we get all those people that say, "Hey, you got everyone back." We don't have everyone back. You know, James was a big cog in our machine, and still trying to find that. You know, we have Sam Cotrera and Frank Lepore have stepped up, and you know, but. You know, we'll see where we're at. We like, you know, where we're at as far as leadership goes, and those guys can all do what we ask them to do, and we're just looking for I guess we got some known quantities. We're looking for some guys to step up that maybe people don't know about and really can pull us along.
Well, I mean, you do have some nice pieces back. I mean, obviously the Harley Hamptons. You got Bryce Gray, who's going to be our next guest at quarterback, Kendrick Pryor, amongst some other guys. I mean, 588 points you put up in 14 games. You top 40 points on 9 different occasions. Can the offense, I mean, exceed that, match that? That's pretty special.
Yeah, that's a lot of numbers. That's big numbers, you know. And again, we're always trying to stay ahead of the defenses, and obviously they've had another year to prepare for us. So you know, it's our job to keep a wrinkle in, but I think a lot of it comes to execution. You know, our guys, we jumped on some people real early last year, and really made the opposing offenses play left-handed and maybe not do what they wanted to do. So, you know, we'll have to see what happens. We feel good about our guys. You know, you walk into the first practice and they're you know, memorizing things and knowing things like it's taken 6 or 7 weeks to do. So you feel good about that. Now I think it comes down to execution and just staying away from turnovers, which I think we did a really nice job last year on.
If there is a concern, what's your biggest concern regarding this team? Is there a hole that you see that you're like, we might be a little iffy here, or what?
You know, I don't know if there's one concern. I think it's just a matter of just coming together like we did last year. You know, I think a lot of that had to do with just a team who really lost their best defensive player in the preseason last year, rallied around them, and you know, they were hungry. You know, and we told our guys today, you know, I talked to the guys that were, you know, I'm going to be on the show, and told them that, you know, the guy on the top of the mountain didn't get dropped off there. You know, they climbed up there and they fought, and that's really the thing I'm looking at is, do we still have that same hunger as we did last year?
Well, last year, you know, Class 8A state championship, you fall to Stevenson 31-25. I mean, an unbelievable game, unbelievable late comeback by you guys. When you're sitting in that locker room, though, after that game and a gut-wrenching defeat like that, what was your message to the guys that were coming back for this season?
Well, yeah, I think the first thing was just to comfort our guys, because you know, we feel bad as coaches, but I mean, you try to put yourself into their, you know, and especially the seniors, you try to put them in their shoes, because they don't have another year coming back. So, you know, you felt bad for them, but you know, I think the message to our juniors and our sophomores that are coming up now, that are seniors, is let's just remember how we got there. You know, and I know it's a repeating theme, but I just think you know, too many people just take things for granted. And you know, think it's easy, and they just have to remember how hard it was, the work they put in during the summer, the work they put in during the season, and then how they played, and hopefully they reflect upon that, understand that, and play with that same passion.
And you see it so far.
Yeah, we've seen some signs of it. I'd be lying to you if I said we saw that whole thing, but this group has been a group that's really been a bunch of gamers, you know, and we'll see. You know, we don't have the luxury of playing the opponent that we did last year, the first game. You know, we play a tradition-rich school in Downers Grove South, and you know, if we don't come out ready to play, you know, that publicity will be gone in a second.
Yep, absolutely. Now, I was here, you know, prior to your arrival. This is your 6th season. 7 years ago, there was about 50 kids on the varsity here at HF, and the results weren't very good. However, you got 130 kids approximately on the varsity roster this year. What are you doing to attract kids? And it's a commitment with this program, man. It's not like this is a 4-month commitment. This is a year-round commitment, just about. How are you attracting these kids?
Well, I wouldn't say it's me. I would say it's our kids, it's our players, and then they see. I think our kids spread the word around to the other kids, and I think it's a positive experience for them. Obviously, it doesn't hurt to go to the state finals. I think that has something to do with it as well. But yeah, our numbers are off the roof right now. I think we're not as 130 now, but less than that, a little bit on the varsity level. We lost some people, and our sophomores are at 50, and our freshmen are right under 100. So our numbers are where they need to be, and maybe too far where they need to be. But it's always good. We're not going to turn people away, and we think that's a very, very positive thing. And I really think that's about our players, not so much me.
Well, Buzz, I follow you guys on Twitter, and it seems like, beyond the hard work and the dedication and commitment, you guys have some fun, man. I mean, how much is that a part of this, and how much do you try and put the effort in to make it a sort of a family fun experience?
I think that's the only way you can have it. And our kids, we do a lot of things off the field. I think it's been a very positive experience. I mean, you could talk to Bryce about that, some of the things that we did in regards to that. But I think that's what it's all about. In the game of football and on the field is just a small part of what we're trying to do as coaches. We're trying to get these guys to understand what's ahead of them, and we're going to have fun along the way. And luckily for us, we've been able to have some fun, and our kids know when to pick it up and focus as well. So I think that's a big part of it. But I think that's a big part of our success as well.
Absolutely. Well, I think there's going to be a lot of success this year. Going to be a lot of fun. Going to be a lot of points put on the board. Hopefully more points on your side than your opponents, right? That's the whole key.
Absolutely.
But man, you guys, I think HF fans are going to really have a lot of fun coming out to some games this year.
Well, I hope so. I mean, we expect to be good. Just as are we going to be good enough? We'll find out. But I think our kids are going to, like I said, we're going to embrace the expectations. Nobody's expectations are higher than ours, and I'm really anxious to see how our kids answer the bell.
All right. Well, Buzz, man, thanks a lot for coming on board again, man. Good luck this season. Have some fun. Make some memories. And you never know, man. We might come back, week 15, and we're talking, of the state championship right here. Get you on again.
Well, let's not get carried away right now, Pat. We got a long way to go. I appreciate you and Gerard being back here again, and we appreciate giving us the opportunity to talk about HF football.
All right. Buzzman, thank you very much, okay? Thanks, all right, guys, we are going to go to, what are we at, Lisa Thomas Salon, Gerard? I know you're really on top of it. I think we're going to Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. We come back, HF quarterback Bryce Gray will be our guest. Stay tuned.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed, only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
If you're looking for delicious barbecue in the Southland, no one does it better than Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. Stop in and try our mouth-watering ribs, tender piled-high pulled pork sandwich with homemade chips, or a perfecta combo in our year-round indoor-outdoor patio. Having a special get-together, Bona Pit offers a party room for up to 100 people. Want to watch the big game? Fans can do so on one of our many flat-screen TVs and enjoy $10 domestic bucket specials every Sunday. Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. No one does barbecue better. Hi, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, our next guest, Homewood Flossmoor quarterback Bryce Gray. Bryce, thanks for coming on board, man.
Thanks for having me.
All right, my man. Great season last year. What did you work on during the off season? Where did you see you think you needed improvement, man?
This is the thing, just mechanically throwing the ball. Sometimes every once in a while I have a ball slip away from me, I overthrow one, and just working on reading defense and stuff like that. Last year was my first year. I really had to go through that all year long. I mean, going freshman to sophomore, you don't really have to do it much, but once you get up to the varsity level, it's definitely a big part of the quarterback position. So I definitely worked on that and just tightened up my mechanics throwing the football.
Yeah. So for the common fan that comes out here and watches you guys this year, what are they going to notice different about you from last year to this year?
I don't know how much it's going to be different, but I think this year I might take a little bit more risk down the field, because I know I've been on varsity 2 years since my sophomore year. I've started for a whole year, so I know what I can and can't do. I know what I can, what throws I can make on the varsity level. So I think last year I was kind of feeling myself out at the start of the season. Towards the end, I got better, and I started just trusting my instincts and going with it. But I think from the start of this year, I'm ready to go. I got a year under my belt, so I think from the start of this year, I just trust myself. Yeah. Take throws, take chances, and because I know I can make certain throws that I didn't know I could make last year. So
air it out a little bit.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
All right. So what do you enjoy most about playing quarterback?
I always got the ball in my hands. You know, I'm always leading the team. People look at me. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy like some of the media stuff, getting interviewed a lot. Just some of the hype comes from playing quarterback. I mean, I love it, and I love being around the camera. But I mean, I just love being when people look on the field, they look at me first. You know, I always had the ball in my hands. Their play goes through me first. So I just enjoy that. What's the toughest part about being a quarterback? Well, the scrutiny you get if you mess up. You know, good and bad, right? Yeah, it's good and bad. But I think the toughest part, I really don't know. I mean, I just love it a lot. It's probably, like I said, the bad that comes with it. You know, throw an interception or something like that. Offense doesn't run well. Yeah, you get blamed for it a lot, but it's just something you got to take with it. Take with being in a position. It's just something you got to take with the territory of being a quarterback. Fortunately, you haven't had too much scrutiny during your career, man, so that hasn't been a problem. And hopefully it stays the same. What's it like playing for Buzz? It's great playing for Buzz. I mean, offensively, he's by far the best offensive-minded coach that I've been around, I've ever met. And he gets the best out of all of us. What that means, he's yelling and screaming. Whatever he needs to do, he's going to get it out of us. And we might not like it all the time, but, I mean, the results show. After the team we had last year, everybody thought we were a year away or too young or didn't have the senior leadership that we needed to have to go as far as we did. But that's just a testament to our coaches, to Coach Buzz, all offense, Coach Flowers, who has left us, but all our coaches. And it starts with Coach Buzz. His intensity, he pushes us and the coaching staff to get the best out of everybody, get the best out of the man next to us. So it's tough sometimes. Sometimes he says things or does things we might not like, but he's been doing this for almost 30 years, and we trust him. Get the best out of him. Absolutely. What do you think is the most important trait your folks, your mom and dad, have instilled in you? Hard work. I mean, nothing comes easy. If you want something, you got to go get it. You got to work for it. And you know, from the start, they've done that for me. They showed me through their jobs and through what they've done that hard work gets it. You know, it started with baseball for me. You know, I played baseball first, and you know, my dad really told me if you really want to do this, you got to work hard. So I mean, it goes from days of hitting 7 days a week to once I got into high school and started playing quarterback more, I got more serious about it. Every weekend, Saturday morning, maybe 7:30, 8 in the morning. And after a football game, I'm going to throw with my quarterback coach in all season. So just hard work and never stopping is, you know, and also getting a good education, staying on top of my grades. But from day one, if I didn't have the grades, I wasn't playing anything, because you never know when sports or football or baseball, whatever you play, could be over with. Absolutely. Man. So I mean, grades have always been most important in my family. And, that's why you're being looked at by some Ivy League. You're an Ivy League candidate. So hope so. And speaking of the baseball, football, do you have any idea, man? Where are you going to go? What do you want to do college-wise? You want to play some football? Do you want to play baseball, or is it still up in the air for you? It's still up in the air. And I've narrowed it down a little bit. Just a couple. There's some main schools I'm looking at, like Dartmouth, and like I said, Valparaiso gave me a football offer. Holy Cross University in Worcester, Massachusetts offered me baseball. I just got back from Villanova this weekend, so we'll see what happens with that. Hopefully I get some more offers after this football season. And I'm thinking of trying to, hopefully in a perfect world, I'll be able to make a decision right after football season. But I might have to do it earlier, but I haven't decided yet. I'm still up in the air, and when I do, I'll let you know. You let me know. You got options. I got That's what it's all about. Absolutely. All right. Well, Bryce, thanks a lot, man, for coming on board. We should mention catcher, right-handed hitter, so the guy can play. All right, folks, we're going to athletics timeout. Our good buddy Tom Mulvey. When we come back, dissect the top 10 a little bit. We're going to have our textbook question sponsored by Standard Bank. Chance to win a $50 gift card. Bryce Gray will be. You can win this, man. You can win a $50 gift card. Compliments of Standard Bank. We'll be right back.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Since 1970, Standard Bank & Trust has been a landmark at the corner of 95th and Western. Now there's a new, state-of-the-art Standard Bank at the same convenient location and better equipped to serve your needs. So stop by and meet our friendly, professional staff. They provide personalized service and a wide range of products to help both businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. In the Evergreen Park area and in communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, we're your neighborhood bank. Learn more at standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'd like to thank HF football coach Coach Bazia for being our guest, as well as quarterback Bryce Gray. Good luck to the Vikings this year. Before we get to the Standard Bank text poll question of the week, folks, I'd like to welcome a new sponsor, Bob's Auto Body and Repair in Blue Island, 12411 Vincennes Avenue. Folks, you need any type of body work on your car, any type of mechanical work, be it brakes, oil change, anything. Bob's offers first-class service, does it with a lot of integrity, and of course with great value. So we're happy to have Bob's Auto Body and Repair as our newest sponsor of the Coach's Corner Show. All right, folks, Standard Bank text poll question of the week. All right, folks, if you're listening to those first two segments, you might know the answer to this one. Who was our preseason #1 football team last season? Last season, folks, okay? Text A for Providence, text B for Mount Carmel, text C for HF, text D for Lamont. I'm putting this one on a platter for you guys. Text your answer to 708-365-8501. Texter number 3 with the correct response was a $50 gift card. Compliments of Standard Bank. Our good friends at Standard Bank. Happy to have them back as well. George is pointing. Gerard, I just called you George. Gerard is pointing to something. All right, folks. Let's talk a little bit about this top 10. Number 10 teams, Lamont. Indians have some good returnees back. Anthony Martin at running back, Jeremy Fagellum, wide receiver and in secondary. Casey O'Brien is an offensive lineman, and Spencer Nagel looks like he's going to get the nod at quarterback. The number 9 team, Lincoln Way West, Gabe Montavo back at running back, Connor Lohman at quarterback, and 2 great linemen, Justin Witt, already recruited to North Carolina State, and Brian Brokop, who's going to be headed to Nebraska in the fall. So West got some big boys on the line. Richards is number 8, great running back in Pat Doyle, outstanding receiver in Jared Moore, and heck of a linebacker in Anthony Quinn. So the Bulldogs look very good. Folks, this is the band. They're practicing right now, so this is our 3rd guest as well. So the HF band, you might be hearing some noise in the background. That's all that is. Number 7, Crete Monique. Great junior, sophomore, and senior class here. Clint Rakovich, outstanding quarterback, very similar to Jordan Lynchmold. Joe Ware on the line, Landon Lenore, and Marcus Kidd at receiver. Expect the Warriors to be very explosive. Number 6, Brother Rice, new quarterback Cam Miller, but this kid could fling it. 2 great receivers in Ricky Smalling and Julian Bland, and they got a couple good guys on defense, twin brothers Jordan and Brian Boyd. Number 5, Joliet Catholic, quarterback Kate Earls back. They got Michael Johnson at running back, Tyler Witt on the line, and Brad Krish will be leading the Hilltoppers defense. Number 4, Providence. Providence and JCA play Friday night in New Lenox, 7:30. I'll be there. Richie Warfield back at running back. Mike Marasovich will be at receiver for the Celtics, and Steve Simowitz will be the quarterback, stepping in for Justin Hunniford, and Brendan O'Hara will lead the defense. Number 3, Lincoln Way East, Brandon Bauer at quarterback. This kid can do a little bit of everything for the Griffins. Liam Morrissey's back at running back, Jeremy Nelson at receiver, and Ben Christensen will lead the defense. Number 2, Mount Carmel, Anthony Thompson at quarterback. He's already committed to Northern Illinois University. A.J. Lewis, Anthony Reese in the backfield, and Andrew Guerra will lead the defense for the Caravan. Number 1, obviously, HF. We talked about the Vikings. So that's our preseason top 10 here at the Coach's Corner Show. We are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. Remember, 2 locations for Labriola Bakery Cafe, Oak Brook and Chicago. Great pasta, all kinds of good stuff, great desserts. We come back, high and tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed, only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
If you're in the mood for some of the finest barbecue in the Southland, then Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights is a place for you and your family. Whether it's ribs, chicken, brisket, pulled pork, or any other barbecue favorites, Bona Pit serves up a flavor explosion in a championship form. We also offer steaks, seafood, sandwiches, a mouth-watering nachos platter, and salads in a casual atmosphere, with the option of either dining inside or on our heated patio. Watch the big game in our full-service bar or call ahead for pickup. Bona Pit in Palos Heights. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Real quickly, Lisa Thomas Salon, they're opening up a 3rd location in Mokina. Should be open within the next couple months. We'll let you know. All right, high and tight, folks. Lincoln Way North High School closing after this season. Absolutely sad situation and very unfortunate. Feel bad for the kids, but here's the deal. Nothing can be done about this now. Got to stay positive, try and end this high school's legacy on a bright note. Go out and win some conference championships, achieve some postseason success, maybe win a state championship or 2. Good luck to the Phoenix and all their student athletes. All right, folks, hope you enjoyed the show. We'll see you back here next week. Have a good one.